Welcome to Hollywood Bulletin. Today we revisit the staggering rise and sudden fall of a comedy legend, Benny Hill. For 34 years, he made millions laugh around the world until one sketch in 1989 destroyed his legacy almost overnight. The fallout was brutal: over 20,000 complaints, sponsors fleeing, and his final episodes destroyed by the very network that once celebrated him. But to understand how it all came crashing down, we have to look at how it began. Benny Hill wasn't just born funny, it was in his blood. His grandfather Henry Hill was a circus clown in Southampton in the early 1900s, known for exaggerated pratfalls and pulling people from the audience into his act. Benny's father Alfred followed in his footsteps, and their cramped flat above a butcher's shop became a makeshift comedy school. From the age of 8, Benny learned how to fall without getting hurt, match expressions to punchlines, and use household items as props. These Sunday comedy boot camps became the foundation for the genius he would later display on national TV. As a teen, Benny worked as a milkman's assistant, guiding a horse-drawn cart through quiet streets and meeting the quirky characters that would inspire his future skits. One of them, Ernie the fastest milkman in the West, would later become a chart-topping hit based on Benny's real-life milkman rivalry. But then came 1942, and Benny was drafted into the British Army, where he served as a searchlight operator and entertained troops with skits, impressions, and music. These wartime performances became his first real stage. In 1949, he made his TV debut on Music Hall. While other comics struggled to adapt to the new visual medium, Benny thrived. He embraced speed, costumes, facial expressions, and quick character changes. By 1954, just 5 years into his TV career, Benny was voted Television Personality of the Year. That award set the stage for his biggest success. In 1955, The Benny Hill Show debuted. His blend of slapstick, cheeky humor, and fast-paced sketches won over audiences immediately. He poked fun at politicians, parodied trends, and created unforgettable characters, all while writing and directing the material himself. His genius was matched by his cast: Henry McGee, the dignified straight man; Jackie Wright, the tiny bald icon whose head got slapped more than any other in Britain; and Bob Todd, whose droopy face and perfect confusion became comedy gold. Then came the Hills Angels, dancing women added in the 1980s, who made the show flashier and more controversial. Though critics accused the show of objectifying women, many of the dancers later said they had full control over their roles. But what really made Benny Hill unique was his casting philosophy. He didn't look for traditional actors; he wanted people with timing, energy, and physical comedy chops. Many were dancers or unknowns who could pull off elaborate routines and slapstick chaos on camera. That, combined with his full creative control, helped him craft an unmistakable brand of comedy. One of the show's signature elements was its use of yakety sax, a goofy, fast-paced tune that played during chase scenes. It became so iconic that in 2015, ITV viewers voted it the UK's favorite TV theme song. The Benny Hill Show wasn't just a hit, it became a global phenomenon. By the 1980s, it was airing in 93 countries and making $26 million annually in overseas sales. In the US, it ran late at night and became a cult classic. Benny won major awards: a BAFTA in 1972, 2 Emmy nominations, and the prestigious Rose d'Or. Behind the scenes, he was a perfectionist. A single 30-minute episode took 6 days to shoot. If a joke didn't land, it was reshot. If a prop failed, it was rebuilt. Benny wrote 95% of the material himself, edited the footage, and even picked the music. His control was total, but it delivered results. Then came the backlash. By the late 1980s, younger audiences were drifting toward edgier, smarter comedy like The Young Ones and French and Saunders. Critics began calling Benny's routines outdated. In 1987, comedian Ben Elton publicly torched the show, accusing it of normalizing sexism and perpetuating violence against women. At first, Benny's defenders fought back, but in 1989, everything changed. That year, a beauty pageant sketch aired that many viewers found appalling. It featured clumsy stripteases, accidental nudity, and lingering camera shots on women's bodies. Viewers were outraged not just by the content, but by the tone. It didn't feel funny anymore, it felt voyeuristic. Then came a second sketch, featuring Benny as a leering doctor examining bikini-clad women. No dialogue, no punchline, just long shots of discomfort. Within 48 hours, 20,047 people filed complaints. Feminist groups protested. Sponsors pulled out. The press ripped him apart. The Guardian called it exploitative vaudeville. The Independent said it was a relic from a time Britain had moved past. Still, the show drew nearly 10 million viewers, strong numbers by any standard, but nowhere near the 21 million at its peak. Tensions came to a head when Benny walked into Thames Television expecting to pitch new episodes, only to be told the show was cancelled. Just like that. No warning, no farewell. Thames offered him $1 million in severance, but with strict conditions. He couldn't criticize the network or sign with another broadcaster. He took the money, but privately, he was devastated. "They've killed comedy," he told friends. Worse still, Thames ordered the master tapes of his final season destroyed. Most networks archive everything, even controversial episodes, but not this time. They wanted Benny Hill erased. After the cancellation, Benny faded from public view. He retreated to a small London flat, rarely left his home, and spoke to few people. His health declined. He suffered from heart disease and arthritis but refused surgery or dialysis. His final TV special, Benny Hill's World Tour, New York, aired in 1991. It was his last appearance. A new offer from Central Independent Television arrived in 1992, but Benny never signed it. He died alone in his armchair watching TV. He had been dead for 2 days before anyone found him. He was 68. His flat was filled with unopened letters and stacks of old videotapes. The cause: coronary thrombosis, a fatal heart attack. A man who once united a nation in laughter passed away quietly, overlooked by the very industry he helped define. Thank you for watching Hollywood Bulletin. If this story of Benny Hill moved you, tell us your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss the true stories behind the legends of Hollywood and beyond.